Hello everyone. In today's class, we will learn anomalous expansion of water. Okay. In today's class, what we are going to learn anomalous expansion of water. What is this actually? Let's see. Okay. Anomalous expansion of water. The basic difference in other solids or liquids, we can say, particularly liquids we are dealing. So if we will consider other liquids, they will expand when we are heating them. What is the line? When we are heating any liquid other than water particularly, so it expands, means its volume increases with increase in temperature. But in case of water, what happens in between particular temperature? Let's see. So generally what happens, let me write some notes for you. Generally liquids expand in volume with rise in temperature. Okay, liquids expand in volume with rise in temperature. In case of water, what happens? In case of water, or in case of pure water, we can consider. When heated, what happens? From 0 degree Celsius to 4 degree Celsius, 0 degree Celsius to 4 degree Celsius, it contracts. Okay, what is the line? Listen carefully. When pure water we are heating from 0 degrees Celsius to 4 degrees Celsius, instead of expanding, it contracts. Means, contracts means, can I say like this? Volume decreases. Understand? Volume decreases, I can say in simple word. Contracts. Yes. Now, what happens? And expands from 4 degrees Celsius onwards. So I am writing here, pure water expands from 4 degrees Celsius onwards. Expands means what? Volume increases. Okay. So basically why it happens means what it happens from 0 degrees Celsius to 4 degrees Celsius, it contracts. And from 4 degrees Celsius onwards, what happens? Its volume starts increasing. This behavior is called anomalous expansion of water. This is called anomalous expansion of water. It is called anomalous expansion of water. Now, see here, 0 degrees Celsius to 4 degrees Celsius. Negative temperature coefficient. Negative temperature coefficient means what? Volume decreases with increasing temperature. Negative temperature coefficient means what? Volume decreases with increasing temperature. I am denoting theta with temperature with theta. Keep it in mind. And 4 degrees Celsius onwards, 4 degrees Celsius onwards, it is having positive temperature coefficient. Means what? Volume increases with increase in temperature. So did you understand what is this anomalous expansion of water? Basically, other liquids will expand with rise in temperature. But in case of pure water, 0 degrees Celsius to 4 degrees Celsius, 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, we are increasing temperature. Then also what happens? It contracts. That is, its volume decreases, we can say. And it starts expanding after 4 degrees Celsius onwards. And this is called anomalous expansion of water. So water is having positive temperature coefficient from 4 degrees Celsius onwards and negative temperature coefficient from 0 degrees Celsius to 4 degrees Celsius. What is negative temperature coefficient? Volume decreases when theta increases, that is temperature increases. And positive temperature coefficient means in that proportion. Volume will increase with increase in temperature. Understand this anomalous expansion of water? Okay. Okay, next. Now see here, when is the density is maximum? Where is the density maximum? Here, at 4 degrees Celsius, water occupies minimum volume. Hence, as we know, density is equal to what? M by V. So rho is inversely proportional to volume if mass is constant, or if M is equal to constant. Then, as water occupies minimum volume at 4 degrees Celsius, so density will be maximum. Rho will be maximum at 4 degrees Celsius. Isn't it right? And what is the value? 1 gram per cc. That is 1 gram per centimeter cube. That's why anywhere you see in relative density also, we are taking their density at 4 degrees Celsius because it is the standard value for reference we are taking as. So that's why density is maximum at 4 degrees Celsius and it is equal to 1 gram per cc. So, and it starts decreasing. Okay, it starts decreasing increases from 0 degrees Celsius to 4 degrees Celsius and decreases 4 degrees Celsius onwards. Now how? Let's see one graph for this. Okay, let's draw one graph. So here I am drawing a graph. How density changes. I am taking temperature on x-axis, that is 3 degrees Celsius, and here I am taking density rho for water. So if we will plot graph, you will get like this curve. Okay, and this is a maximum value. You can see on this peak, this is the maximum value of this density, and this is how much? 1 gram per cc, and this is at 4 degrees Celsius. Here it is 0. So you can see 0, 1, 2, 3, whatever the temperatures are there here in between, you are having increasing curve. And then after 4, what happens? It starts decreasing. That's why I said the density. So at the place of it, I will write density. Okay, what is that? Density of water increases from करेंगे यहाँ पे from 0 degrees Celsius to 4 degrees Celsius and decreases 4 degrees Celsius onwards. So you can see here in the graph. Yes, understood? So from this, what we have concluded, as we have seen before, only 0 to 4 degrees Celsius, what happens? Water contracts instead of expanding. And beyond 4 degrees Celsius, it starts expanding. So volume is minimum or volume decreases and density increases, we can say. So density is maximum at 4 degrees Celsius and decreases here, that is from 4 degrees Celsius onwards. So note down these all points. Okay, next. Due to this, behavior, aquatic animals can survive. How? Let's take one example, or let me draw one small diagram of this lake. So you can see here, assume that surrounding temperature is minus 3 degrees Celsius. Now here, what happens? This is a, okay, something like this. This is at 0 degrees Celsius. Then 1 degree Celsius, 2 degrees Celsius, 3 degrees Celsius, 4 degree Celsius. So now see, who is having more density? Water at 4 degrees Celsius. तो यहाँ पे रो क्या होता है? मैक्सिमम होता है, and it decreases, yes or not? So here, as this is maximum, the water which is at 4 degrees Celsius will go down. Then 3 degrees Celsius, then 2 degree, 1 degree, and 0 degree. Here it is density is what? Minimum we can say. Rho is minimum. That's why it will float, and that's why ice layer will form on the surface of lake. Whereas this is having density more, that's why it will get sink. The water at 4 degrees Celsius will get sink down, and hence aquatic animals, fish and all can survive inside the water. Yes or no? Okay, something like this, right? So aquatic animals can survive inside the water, isn't it, right? So you can keep here like this water. This is the anomalous behavior of water. Density is minimum, that's why it will keep on floating, ice will keep on floating on the surface. At 4 degrees Celsius we are having maximum density, that's why it will get sink, and therefore the aquatic animals will survive in the lake. Okay, so note down this. Yes, now next. The next topic, that is correction for barometric reading. Correction for barometric reading. What is this barometer? As already I told you, this is a device which we are going to use to measure the pressure, and in this device there is mercury field, and we are going to measure the rise in the level of mercury. Yes, that is what correction for barometric reading, and that's why we are learning in the topic of expansion of liquid, because mercury is filled in that barometer. So see here, we are using brass scale for calibrated scale. So first point, the brass scale is calibrated at 0 degrees Celsius. Now, height of mercury, height of mercury at 0 degrees Celsius, assume karo it is a H naught. What is height? H naught. And H is true scale reading. H is what? True scale reading. Okay. Now, then height of brass scale, height of brass scale at T degree Celsius, what you will get? We know this formula. HT is equal to H into 1 plus alpha into T. Yes, so this is like a length because it is a height only. So, as atmospheric pressure is constant at all temperatures, as atmospheric pressure is constant at all temperatures, what happens? Pressure at 0 degrees Celsius should be equal to pressure at T degrees Celsius. Yes or no? So here, what is the pressure formula? You know pressure formula. P is equal to H rho G. Yes or not? We know this pressure formula. So in this case, H0 rho 0 into G should be equal to HT into rho T into G, because as already I told you, pressure at 0 degrees Celsius is equal to pressure at T degrees Celsius. Therefore, this we are getting. Rho 0 is what? This rho 0 is what? Density of mercury at 0 degrees Celsius. And this one is what? At T degrees Celsius. Yaad rakho. Not this. Wait. This one, rho T. Yes or not? This rho 0 and rho T. Rho 0 is at 0 degrees Celsius, rho T at T degrees Celsius. Now, if I want this rho T, then this is equal to rho 0, 1 plus gamma into T. Yes or not? This is what? Rho T. This we have learned so many times. How the effect of density on temperature, or what is the effect of density on the temperature. So see, it is very simple. We have used one brass scale which is calibrated at 0 degrees Celsius. H is what? True scale reading. Then let HT be the height of brass scale at T degrees Celsius. As we know, pressure is constant for all temperatures. Therefore, pressure at 0 degrees Celsius is equal to pressure at T degrees Celsius. So H0 rho 0 G is equal to H2 HT into rho T into G इक्वेट किया है, and then rho T का value हमें रखना है. Yes, we are going to substitute this HT value and this rho T value. That's it. So first note down this page. Pause the video and note down. Let's move ahead. Now we got like this. We got C H0 rho 0 into G is equal to HT rho T into G. Why? Because pressure at 0 degree Celsius and pressure at 3 degree Celsius is same. Okay. So let's substitute now. H0, rho 0 and G I am substituting as it is. HT value we know. What is HT value? H into 1 plus alpha T into rho T value is what? Just now we have learned rho 0 by 1 plus gamma into T, where T is rise in temperature, and this is into. Now this G will get cancelled with this G, okay, and then if I want H0 value, what I am getting, this rho 0 also I can cancel, this rho 0 and this rho 0 also cancel, so I am getting like this. See here, H0 is equal to H into 1 plus alpha T, and this divided by 1 plus gamma T. Okay, this is 1. Now you can see here, this I can raise or I can take this at numerator with minus power. So therefore I am getting H naught is equal to H 1 plus alpha T into 1 plus gamma T whole power minus 1. Isn't it right? Just I have taken whatever the plus power is it there at denominator, I have raised the numerator with minus sign. That's it. Now you know this gamma is very less than 1, because gamma power is always minus 4 minus 5 like that, isn't it? So as gamma is very less than 1, gamma T is also very less than 1. So from binomial, what we are getting, if 1 plus x whole power n is there, and x is very less than 1, then neglecting higher powers, we are having 1 plus nx, जो भी power है, then 1 plus x whole power n should be equal to 1 plus nx, because x is if I am writing instead of this and if x is very less than 1. In this case also, for this 1 plus gamma T, x is what here, gamma T, and this is very less than 1. Therefore H naught is equal to H into 1 plus alpha T into bracket 1 minus gamma T, because this minus 1 I have multiplied here, because gamma T is very less than 1, and therefore I got H into 1 plus alpha T 1 minus gamma T. Yes. So now this bracket is there. Let's solve this. What we are getting, H. Let's multiply this. What we are getting, 1 into 1, 1. 1 into minus gamma T, minus gamma T. This alpha T into 1 plus alpha T. And this alpha T minus gamma T, what we are getting, minus alpha gamma T square. Isn't it right? If now here gamma alpha I am neglecting, why I am neglecting? This is very small. Neglecting this term, why? Because it is very small. You know, minus 4 into minus 5, how much you are getting? Minus 9. It is very small. Why we are neglecting? Understand? Alpha gamma multiplication will come very small. That's why we are neglecting. And therefore we are getting H naught is equal to H into bracket 1 minus what we can take, or else we will take plus common, or else minus also you can take common. So minus t I am taking common. What is left now? Minus t, if I will take common, I am getting gamma minus alpha. Check it. What I got? Minus gamma minus alpha into t. This is what your height of barometer at 0 degree Celsius by using this formula. Right? Understand why gamma alpha is neglected? You know, gamma is in the power of 10 power 5 minus 5. If you still have doubt, first note down this, pause the video. Here, why to neglect gamma alpha? Because suppose both are in the power of 10 power minus 5, how much you are getting? 10 power minus 10, which is equal to how much? 1 into 10 to the power minus 10, suppose 0.000000, देखो कितना आता है? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 और ये 10. This much small value you will get, and then into t square is there, so it is very small. Understand, it is very small. Now you will say, why not to neglect alpha and gamma t? Okay, you can see here, sir, why not gamma t and alpha t neglected? Because see, alpha t means you will get something into 10 to the power minus 5. Gamma t also something into 10 to the power minus 5, something t you will have here. But this, as compared with this value is still so much larger. That's why we are not neglecting. Only we are neglecting this one, because this is 10 power minus 5 and this is 10 power minus 10. Understood? So therefore we are not neglecting. Isn't it clear? Okay. So let's solve one problem I am giving for you. You can do it yourself. Try yourself one small problem. So see here, this is a problem on this. A barometer with a brass scale. A barometer with brass scale, which is correct at 0 degrees Celsius, which is correct at 0 degrees Celsius, reads 75 centimeter on a day when the air temperature is 20 degrees Celsius. When the air temperature is 20 degrees Celsius. Calculate correct reading . Calculate correct reading at 20 degrees Celsius. Wait. Calculate correct reading at 0 degrees Celsius, not 20. 0 degree Celsius. That is H0 he is asking to find. And he has given gamma R for mercury, that is gamma of Hg, is equal to 0.00018 per degree Celsius. And coefficient of linear expansion alpha of brass is given as 0.00000189 per degree Celsius. You see here, this is 5 zeros. Here they are three, here it is 4 zeros. Here they are 3 zeros. 0.00018 per degree Celsius and 0.000040189 per degree Celsius. So now you have everything. So what is given here? You can see there is H value is given. H is how much here? 75 सेंटीमीटर है ना, हाइट दिया है. उसके बाद टेम्परेचर दिया है T is equal to 20 डिग्री सेल्सियस. देन गामा दिया है, yes, गामा is equal to 0.00018 per degree Celsius, which is equal to, you can write like this also, 1.8 into 10 to the power 1 2 3 4 आता है ना, -4 per degree Celsius. और उसके बाद क्या दिया है, अल्फा आल्सो गिवन, राइट. So alpha is equal to how much? 0.0000189 per degree Celsius, which is equal to 1.89 into 10 to the power -5. 1 2 3 4 5 check करो, per degree Celsius, isn't it? And now you have to find H naught. So already in previous slide you can see I have given formula. You see, this is the formula which we have to use. Everything is given. Just H naught you have to do. Can you do yourself? Try yourself and send me the solution. Okay? Do it slowly. Don't commit any mistake. If you have doubt, direct call me. Direct call me. Instead of sending message, direct call me so that I can explain on phone. Okay? So direct call me. Don't hesitate and don't skip your doubt. Clear? Okay, so let's stop here and have a great day.